These are the 5 perspectives on the origin of globalization. It seeks to explain when and where globalization started based on 5 viewpoints, and the first is the view on hardwired, which provides that everything started from the cradle of mankind, which is Africa, our point of origin. This movement of mankind to different places, which eventually lead to them moving into different countries, started with the will of humans to have a better life, in search for a better and more comfortable standard of living. Our ancestors moved because of basic human need, for commerce and trade, in search of religion and spiritual guidance. Some have need for politics and governance, others a desire for warfare and conquest, and others to find some adventures. In cycle, it only provides that globalization has no origin and is repeating itself in cyclical manner. This period now will be gone and a new globalization will arise based on the modification of the process. Today, epoch on the other hand, composed of different waves of event, each has its own origin and is never coming back again. Like the globalization of religion that happened in the 4th to 7th century of the great religions like Christianity and Islam, the missionaries of the different religions traveled to different parts of the world with mission of spreading the religion. During that period, the movement of people with the intention of spreading the religion led Magellan from Spain to reach the Philippines, which resulted also of movement and exchange of trades and intermixture of cultures. Almost 80% of the entire world were under the colony, power and influence of Europe. Christianity became the dominant religion among majority of the religions. Different cultures mixed because of colonization, and the dominant country mostly imposed its culture on the colonized country along with its prescribed religion. This is the early colonial quest of Spain and Portugal, which resulted to many countries under their colony. Their main intention is not anymore the spread of Christianity, but the spread of their power and growth of their economy, which facilitated globalization during that period. This is the period of decolonization when most of the colonized state gained their independence and freedom already. They advanced their own economy, because it is also in this period in the 19th century where the industrialization happened, the shift from agricultural era, where many first world countries gain traction of this shift and take advantage of the economies of scale brought by the discovery of engines and use of machineries. This period is the height of the European imperialism at the same time, the period that saw the eruption of World War I. After World War II, the world entered into such devastation and chaos that they need to make sure it will not happen again. That is why it necessitates the creation of the United Nations, and for the recovery of the world, the creation of World Bank and IMF, which up to now are actively monitoring the economy of countries under its membership and guidance. This post-Cold War period mentioned the victory of free market or capitalism over socialism and communism, which is one effect of current globalization in terms of economic markets, the adoption of capitalism and neoliberalism. In this stage, only 5 communist countries remains. Power and dominance are important to countries. As to its political and military supremacy, it seeks to not only defeat enemies, but to totally reshape societies. But military power is not enough anymore, as the dominance needs a manipulation of power and influence to other societies. In events, it has its similarities with epoch, because it specifies that the event is the reason for the origin of globalization itself. Unlike epoch, for every wave there it has its own origin. Under it also mentioned the event of spread of Christianity after the fall of Roman Empire. Then mentioned also are the travels of Magellan, where H circumnavigated the globe, the discovery of the new America, which is similar to the epoch of colonization of the different countries under Europe. And last under event is the discovery and advancement in information and telecommunications. The last perspective under broader, more recent changes is first the recognition of the United States as superior and global leader, then the emergence of multinational corporations who spread its capital and influence not only in their home countries but also in third middle-class countries. Then, last is the fall of Soviet Union, which resulted in fall of the controls and barriera to globalization brought by the Soviet Union.